Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. The Brent Edmonds back with you. Step number 2, pillar number 2. Okay, motivation and commitment. Okay, hopefully you guys went through, have got a good grasp on the elite mindset, have made a few changes, are seeing some of the positive effects already. Okay. So motivation and commitment. Okay. Some of you are probably thinking, like, why are we having a lesson on that? Okay, I'm already motivated. I'm already committed. Okay. But being able to recognize, what motivates you and what are you committing to? Okay. I mean, you can be so bland, be like, I want to play college baseball. Okay, and, I'm getting lessons, I'm working out. But there's always days that you may have where you're just not motivated to do anything. So I mean, at that point you got to act. Okay. You got to act like you are motivated, and you can't really pretend. Well, not really pretend, but what's the word I want to say is you got to act how you feel. Sometimes, I mean, you can't act as you feel. Okay, does that make sense now? So you got to be able to, fight through how you actually feel and actually get in there and do it. Okay. The whole thing is, okay, so your motivation is your push, to get you going. Say I want to get into exercise, okay? I've been out of it for a while, and sometimes it is hard to get motivated, and you think, I'm gonna be sore, I got this going on, I got that going on, I may just do it another time. But then you start listing out, like, okay, this is why I need to do it, so this is going to be your commitment. Okay, this is what's going to keep you going. Okay, I want better health. Okay, I want to feel better. I want to, lose some weight, and, how much weight. Okay, and you got to do it in those little steps. Okay, motivation's actually pretty simple. You just got to get in there and get started. Okay, you got to do it. Okay, once you're in it, it's easier to become motivated and become part of your routine. Okay, it's the staying committed. Okay, sometimes you don't see your results. A lot of people just give up. Okay, rather than actually looking at the reason, why am I not getting these results right now doing what I'm doing? And then you may need to make some tweaks to it. And then boom, you got a result. Right? Fairly simple. So, I mean, especially in weight loss, okay? A lot of people in weight loss, they get to a certain point. They see the results going down pretty quick, doing what they're doing. And then they stop. Why do they stop? The reason why they stopped is because now they're at that point that they're putting on some muscle, okay? And also, you may even see a tad bit of weight gain once you get down to that low number. But now you're starting to put on muscle, and muscle weighs a little bit more. Okay, so, boom, you got to that point. I mean, that could be a great point for you. It may not be your ideal point. Maybe you wanted to go from 250 to 150, lose 100 pounds, but now you're stuck at 165. And may fluctuate between 165 and 170 because you're putting on muscle. Okay? You're still healthy, you're still in a great range, but if you truly want to get down to it, I mean, how can you adapt your workouts? How can you adapt your diet if you do want to be down to 155 and be healthy at that weight? Right? So, what's going to keep you going? Are you going to give up when you see a plateau and you see the results stop? Or are you going to find a different way to keep getting those results that you want? And then be able to maintain those results that you got. Okay? I'm not going to cover all the myths and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of myths and stuff behind it. Okay. When I have more time, because I only want these videos to be about, 20 minutes long, 15, 20 minutes long, maybe tab it over. I know step one want to tab it over 20. If you do the one-on-one lessons with me, I will definitely cover the motivation and commitment, the myths and mistakes behind it, and I'll do that for each and every one of them. Okay, so you're going to get an assessment. I'm just going to give you the formal assessment. I haven't had time to actually go through and make an informal one or search for one to use for sports. Okay, the other one is based off exercise. Okay, but your general motivation and commitment assessment. So here are the questions. What are you doing? So insert your sport. What do you want to accomplish in your athletic career? What do you enjoy most about your sport? What are your biggest challenges in insert your sport? So list out what are your challenges. When have you been the most motivated in your career? What are the biggest challenges you take to sustaining the commitment it takes to be the best athlete competitor you can be? How can I best serve you as a coach to be able to help you? Okay, so this is it, as if I was working with you. Okay, I mean, you can always, in this scenario, if you don't want to do the lessons with me, go on the Facebook group and, ask those questions. I can get it to you, either answering it directly on the group or, doing a Facebook Live session. Okay? So you'll be getting that. Make sure you go through and answer that 100% honestly. Okay? You got to be 100% honest with yourself in order to achieve what you want to achieve. You got to be able to dig deep in yourself. And sometimes we don't want to do that. We don't want to look for our flaws. We don't want to. We want to feel as if we're perfect, but we're not perfect. Okay, you got to be able to dig deep in order to find the growth that you want to make. Okay. So at first we gotta make our goals easy, right? So you're on a weight loss program, 1 pound a week. Okay. And then you start achieving that goal. I mean, because honestly, if you make your goal 10 pounds in 1 week, 10 pounds the next week, you're trying to speed up the process, and that's just not, first of all, it's not realistic, and it's not healthy to be able to do that, and then you're not going to be able to maintain and sustain that weight loss that you already worked so hard to try to get. So narrow it down to 1 pound, narrow it down to 3 pounds in 1 week, or 3 pounds in 1 month. Okay, 5 pounds 1 month. Okay, narrow it down. Okay, small goals build up your wins. Okay, that is what's going to keep you motivated to keep working toward it. Okay, you get those small wins, and you start feeling good. Okay, keeps you working, it keeps you motivated, it keeps you committed. All right. Motivation and commitment, these are daily decisions. Okay, if you're not doing something every single day, it's going to be tough to be able to reach your goals. I mean, I get it. I mean, just yesterday, I was unmotivated to make one of my videos for this courses. But then I saw my schedule and what I wanted to be able to get done. I'm like, I got to go get at least this one done right now. Okay, that motivated me to get better because I had it written out. I had my plan. And did I want to set myself back? And no, I want to be able to get it done in a timely manner, in at least a week or two. Okay, typically, I want to get it done at least in a week span. All right, it may carry on a little bit into the next week. All right, so I mean, they're daily decisions. Okay, you got to do the little things in order to build the big picture. All right, so you got to start with the why and the what. Okay, your goal setting. You got to figure out why you're doing it and why it's important to you. Okay, so let's show you the example on the sheet that you're going to get. It's going to explain it. Alright, so you're going to go through, fill out the blanks. You know, it gives you the whole step-by-step process. Okay, and I want you to read through all that, and I will adjust it later on after the video, put it in a Google Doc. But I mean, you got to choose your goal, and then you got to figure out why you're doing it. Okay, because if you don't know the why behind it and why you want it, you're more than likely not to commit to it. Okay, so you got to figure out the why. Why do you want to play college baseball? Is it just because maybe your parents did it? Maybe your parents were college athletes? Or do you truly want that? Okay, is that something that you want? Okay, if it's not, that's fine. Okay, but that's for you to be able to figure out. Okay, and this program is not just going to be specific toward your sport. It's going to be trying to help you figure out who you are and how to set goals and achieve those goals. Okay, that is the biggest number one thing. Okay, and will this help you in sport? 100% effective in sport baseball. Okay, not even just the sport of baseball, but it could be effective in football. It can be effective in basketball. It can be effective in golf. All of them. Okay, so you got to figure out the why. That is the number one thing. Okay, and you know, I'm just going to speak about it, but I mean, I'm sure you may have seen it maybe in a health class, you may not have, or just in a general class. Maybe you've seen it somewhere, maybe in your work, but the terminology that was taught was telescopes, microscopes, and reverse engineering. Okay, and what that means is your telescope is your long-term goal. Okay, because telescopes are to see, you know, way out there, you know, see the planets, see the stars. Okay, your microscopes are to see the small things right there in front of you. You know, the little germs, the whatever it may be, the blood cells. Okay, those are your biggest focus. Those are your daily and weekly goals. Okay, your telescope is your long-term goal, your big outcome. Okay, the microscopes are things that you do to lead up to the big one. Okay, and the microscopes, they can change daily, they can change weekly. Okay, you go through, you check them off. All right. And it's like I discussed in the overview. I mean, this is going to help you big time to avoid burnout. Okay, I've been to that point too, where I've worked myself trying to get things done. You know, I get stressed out. Okay, my head starts to hurt. I start sweating. I start overthinking. I got burnt out for at least a little bit until I could really take a break and refocus myself. Okay, you just create those small goals, and you're gonna just totally avoid that. Get those small wins first. All right. Vision boards. I love this. I mean, it could be simple. What I wanted, like back in the day, was, you know, especially after I saw the movie Thor, you saw Chris Hemsworth's rock solid body. I wanted that body, so I printed off a picture and I posted it up. Okay, something to, you know, motivate me to work out to get to that point. Did I achieve that? No, I wasn't very committed to, you know, the working out and the body part. I mean, if it wasn't about the game, sport of baseball, you know, it's hard for me to work out and be motivated to work out, because, you know, that was my purpose. That was my push, you know, to get bigger, faster, stronger, you know, in the game. It wasn't to really push myself to be, you know, the bodybuilding type and all that. So, and like I said, if you've watched a 30-minute strategy video, the mental game is like your diet and weight loss. If you're not feeding it and nourishing it, you're not going to get the results that you want. Okay, you can train the skills all you want, but you're not going to get the results if you got an average mental game. Alright, in learning these techniques, like create your vision board. Alright, let's see if I can go get a good example of a vision board for you real quick, and then we're going to be on our way. You're going to get those 2 documents that you saw. Let's scroll down. Vision board, I got that on page 63. Let me click into this. Click in. So page 63. And it's not scrolling. Okay, it will scroll. Alright. Let's just go all the way down so you can see an example of a vision board. And your vision boards are just going to be pictures of you setting your goals and what you want. They could be images, they could be quotes, they could be words. Okay, it's something to keep you motivated and commitment, and something you hang up every single day. Okay, this is to keep you working and doing something daily. Okay, so there's the vision board. Okay, vision board was, you know, get to 200 pounds, inner circle, move, get a new car, write a book, make sure you're committing to doing the stuff in the book. Okay, getting to the national championship. Those are just some goals that, you know, Brian Cain had for his motivation and commitment. So you can make it any way that you want. You don't have to make it exactly like this. I mean, it could be a lot more simpler than this. This is pretty good graphic and art design, so you can do it any way that you want that's going to work best for you. Okay? So, vision boards, you got your telescopes and microscopes. So, I mean, the reverse engineering part of that is just breaking it down to the small goals, getting those small wins. Okay? So you're not working for the outcome in one day. Okay? Because that's not realistic. You gotta do the small things to get to the outcome. Okay? And you gotta do those daily. Remember that it's all daily decisions. Okay? So let's recap real quick. So your strategies, you start with the why and the what. Okay, you got to figure out the why, and then you set your goals. Okay, go through that document. Okay, your telescope goals, so your long-term goals. Okay, what is it? List it out on a notebook paper, and then you write down your steps. Okay, so Monday I want to do this. Okay, then you check it off if you do that. Tuesday I want to do this. Wednesday I want to do this. Boom, and then you reset Monday through Sunday. Your long-term goal may not change, but your each individual steps on Monday through Sunday will. Okay, just make sure you're going through and you're completing those tasks. Okay, and this is going to help you to avoid burnout, because we want to see results right away. We want to see results quick. I get that. That's the society we live in. But you need to be able to break them down, because you're not just going to get to the outcome overnight. You're not. Realistically, it can take months, it can take years to see what you want to see. And then once you get there, you got to be able to do what you can to maintain it or increase it. Okay? And then create a vision board. Okay, your vision board, just anything. Like I said, images, quotes, words. Okay, things that are going to get you motivated, the things that you want. It could be your personal life. It can be, you know, financial life. It can be, you know, your sport. It can be your business. You know, you can create those pictures. Go boom, boom, boom. You know, 5 pictures. Put it on a piece of paper. Hang it up. Okay, if you don't want to do a vision board, write out your goals and stick them right on the wall. Okay, if you feel like that's too much work, write out your goals, and then each day, okay, you can check it off like, hey, okay, I did that, or you look at it like, okay, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, good. Alright, so pretty simple motivation and commitment. Your motivation is your push to get going. Okay, once you get started, the thing is, you just gotta get started. Okay, then it's easy to become motivated, and then the why. What's committing you to keep you going? Okay, what is your push? Okay, stay tuned. Next 5 days, we're gonna get into Pillar 3, Step 3. Okay, which will be focus and awareness, something that is super important. I'll give you a good story on that.